Nicholas Batum. At point guard, Reggie Jackson. At power forward, Marcus Morris. At the other guard position, Paul George. At the other forward position, Kawhi Leonard. The head coach of the visiting team is Tyronn Lue. And now introducing your Phoenix Suns. Starting at power forward, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 99, Jay Crowder. The other forward position, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 25, Mikal Bridges. Man in the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 22, DeAndre Ayton. Starting at point guard, standing 5'11", number 3, Chris Paul. The other guard, standing 6'5", number 1, Devin Booker. The head coach for your home team is Monty Williams. Let's hear it for your Phoenix Suns!
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, Devin Booker continues to elevate his play every year. He said, it's just putting in hard work. I take this game very seriously. I love the game of basketball. I don't count myself out. No matter what the score is, who we're playing, I'm going full tilt. Kevin, back to you.
A special talent indeed. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Now here's Booker. Back to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jackson. Paul's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
George looking around. Over Booker. And it's George missing. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. To the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
The result of Paul's awareness of everything around him gets a nice look inside.
Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. That one misses. And Phoenix the other way now. Paul outside. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Batum trying to break loose. Jackson misses. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Booker the pass to Crowder. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Batum. The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
That's good from Paul on the assist from Crowder.
At his size, Chris Paul is used to getting contact on his shots. He has really spent a lot of time learning how to finish despite getting bodied.
Paul's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, Batum goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Crowder kicks to Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Jackson. Good D by Booker.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Took him no time at all on that one. Paul's got 7 points. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. He gets it in there.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. George against Booker. Clock at 6. Down low. And it's Ayton missing.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Jackson looking it over. Rejected by Crowder.
Jay Crowder didn't give up on the play, tracking the ball, blocking the shot. His coach appreciates the hustle.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 8. Now, here's George.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Booker in the corner. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
The Clippers shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. Leonard finds Batum. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. George passes to Leonard. Off target from three-point range.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Bridges misses. Clippers trail by 10. The pass to Leonard. Now Jackson. Back to Leonard. Outside for Batum. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Cranes the three-pointer. Booker's got 8 points.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
And the Suns here with a different look. Sharge checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Paul. Now here's Leonard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The offensive rebound. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Basket good. 10 points for him.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside Rondo, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Payne passes to Saric. Back to Payne. Booker outside. From downtown. That one doesn't drop. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Payne passes to Saric. Johnson outside. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. No good from Booker. Clippers trail by 11.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. Suns leading by 9. And here's Booker. 10 points for him.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Here's Rondo. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Some solid defense from Saric. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. And Booker kicks to Payne. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 11. Nobody near Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
LA's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Kennard against Booker. And it's good for 2.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Phoenix ahead. They're up by 11. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but, like, we may lose a game here or there, but, you know, everybody's still, you know, happy for each other. You know, we're just trying to build.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Payne in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And slam dunk by Saric. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Rondo passes to Zubac. Pass to Kennard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Devin Booker.
The sharpshooter Kennard is valuable. A guy who stretches the floor and works very hard.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
That free throw, good from Kennard. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Payne in the post. He's covered by Rondo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
The Suns making a switch here. Crowder's checked in.
One shot.
That's good from Payne. Here's George. Outside Jackson. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. High post try. And that one hits back iron.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Bridges against Batum. And the Suns miss again. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a 14-point game. Paul against George. In the corner, Kennard with it. 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. That one falls. Kennard's got 4 points this quarter. Suns leading by 12. Pass to Bridges. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Clippers trail by 12. George finds Jackson. Back to George. From deep. Phoenix grabs the miss.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Oh, Ayton in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I love the play call. Ayton's a well-coordinated athlete. You know he has the reach. Give him a chance to go up and get it.
Jackson against Paul. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Bridges for three. But they recover it. Ayton throws it down.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Outside Jackson. Banked in off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Paul passes to Crowder. Clippers trail by 14. Jackson passes to Morris. Over Payne. The shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Inside. And Ayton throws it down.
With the basketball in hand, no one is more patient than Paul. Waits for his man to break free.
Batum dishes to Jackson. And the pass to George. Pass to Kennard. No good on the three.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Count that bucket. Bridges has got his first points of the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Jackson. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Pass to Paul. The outside leaner. Paul George grabs the miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Suns leading by 16. Pass to Crowder. Payne looking around. He feeds it to Ayton. Drops in the layup for 2. Ayton's got 10 points in the game.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jackson kicks to Batum. To the middle, here's George. And good off the lead pass that time.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's
the
case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. So for the Suns, Sharch has checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Booker in for Cameron Payne. Paul outside. Paul is doubled from 13, and the bank shot is good. He's got 9.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Rondo with it, now guarded by Booker. George with the ball. Shoots over Bridges. Here is Rondo. Outside, George. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. George has got 7 points in the game.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Paul finds Booker. Booker draws the double. Bridges, no one around him. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the first one drops.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
And Rondo drops them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now Zubats. There's 1:26 left to play in the first half. Here's George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Chris Paul picks up that one.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 shots. Last on the first.
The first one falls.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Rondo kicks to Leonard over Johnson. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Leonard's got his 2nd bucket.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
One shot.
And that one falls for Johnson. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. Down by 15. Kicks it to Leonard. Back to Rondo. Six to shoot. Here's man. It's hauled in by the Suns. 32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Paul passes to Booker. Charge trying to break free. No good from Booker. Clippers trail by 15. And a wide open look for Rondo. The three-pointer no good. And now the Suns a fast break. Phoenix no good that time either. And so it's Phoenix riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, a very effective first half. What are you seeing that allows you to attack them so effectively?
Well, in one of these games, it's very up-tempo, fast-paced, and, if they just run, I have fun, assisting and passing them the ball, so it's a fun game for me.
The game's easy when you play downhill. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Suns?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, the shooting was terrible. They didn't seem to have a plan at the offensive end. Let's see, the defense had them bottled up. Listen, I'm not a coach. They need to change their strategy right away, right now, pronto.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit, gave this offense a different dimension.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. So for the Clippers right now, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. The love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. George trying to break free. Morris, no good. Suns leading by 17. Paul is doubled. Booker with no one around. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker, doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
And that one's good, George.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Paul outside. Kicks it out to Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Outside, George. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
The Clippers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Outside Jackson. Here's Morris. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Bridges misses.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's George. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
The pass to Booker. And good that time. Booker's got 10 points in the quarter.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
And the Clippers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Payne, he's checked in for the Suns. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. Back to Jackson. To the inside, Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
The Clippers have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So for the Suns, Johnson comes in for Bridges, and Chris Paul subbed in for Payne. So he gets them both. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Paul against Jackson. Here's Booker. He can't get that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And that's now 6 points for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Booker. 26 points for him. Paul outside. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. That's 12 points for Chris Paul.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. Lets it go with a three. Kennard with the rebound. Kennard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jackson misses. Phoenix leading by 20. Outside Crowder. Dishes it to Johnson. Jackson against Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Ayton trying to break free. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Ayton's got 12.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
And the Clippers call time here. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
The Suns making a change here. Sharge is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Passes it to Zubac. Over Booker. Here's Morris. And that one's drained from the low block.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Pass to Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Kennard. Softly drops in the floater. Kennard's got 6 points.
I love the touch on that floater. Luke Kennard showing off another dimension of his game.
Paul passes to Booker. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Clippers haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. And it's Paul George in for Luke Kennard.
One shot.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. Booker outside. Ayton kicks to Johnson. Paul outside. To the middle. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Rondo finds Batum. Here's Mann. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Booker in the post, and the shot goes in.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Inside, here's George. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 5 assists in the game. And the Suns call time.
And coach is looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Bridges is jacked in for Sharge. Pass to Booker. There's the triple. Buries it from three-point range. Booker's got 15 points in just the second half.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Morris against Johnson. Phoenix leading by 18. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Booker's got 33 points.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
And it's George finishing it off.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Drills the three-pointer.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Mann passes to Batum. Over Ayton. A shot by Batum, no good. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Johnson can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Booker against George. And it's George finishing it off.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
From deep three-point range, off target. And so it's Phoenix with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Paul in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. On the wing, Booker, defended by Batum. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Ayton. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
You've got to give Ayton credit. This guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
Here's George. Plays it up and banks it in. George has got 22 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Booker against Jackson. Lets it go from the wing. Another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
First free throw is good.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Phoenix. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Morris. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clippers trail by 21. The pass to Batum. Down low. Here's Leonard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And that's 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Batum against Ayton. Paul outside. A leaner, and he gets the jumper to drop.
You know, the pick and roll play is his forte. Chris Paul knows exactly what he's doing.
Jackson with it, now guarded by Booker. Paul with the steal. The dish to Bridges. Booker trying to free himself up, and Ayton stays with it.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Batum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard against Crowder. Offensive rebound. Batum comes up empty down low. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. Bridges passes to Crowder, and he lays it straight in.
Showing he's not just a perimeter threat. Crowder attacking the heart of that defense.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Crowder. Crowder against George. To the paint. Here's Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Suns leading by 23. Booker outside. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Bridges shot. Good.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
I mean, the ridiculous production from beyond the arc. They have to find a way to cool him down.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac's the pass to Leonard. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. The shot comes out.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Craig kicks to Payne. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Suns have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Kicks to Galloway. Passes it to Kaminsky. Just 5 on the clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Šarić.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
The Clippers shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
Payne passes to Šarić. Back to Payne. Here's Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Here's Kennard. Here's Beverly. Here's Zubac. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Floats it up for Šarić, and slam dunk by Šarić.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And here's Beverly. He dishes it to Leonard. Over Kaminsky, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 14 points for Leonard.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Šarić outside. Dishes it to Galloway. Back to Šarić. No good on the triple. Clippers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Kennard with the ball. Sinks the triple.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. And the Suns call time.
doing numbers, don't I? Drop an album, then I ghost a couple summers, don't I? Got it looking mighty easy for a cover, don't I? Dream so big that my ideas are hard to stomach, don't I? Yeah, riding jumping teams with it, don't I? Execute so well, I really think I need it, don't I? I do me so well, it's hard to imitate it, don't I? Talking to myself like all the breaks is crazy, don't I? Yeah, I guess I really get right to it, don't I? Keep a smile like we was never going through it, don't I? Circle tight like I got no room for improvement, don't I? Navigate from where it's stuck to this improvement, don't I? Yeah, even the beat stop me. Somebody please stop me.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Here's Paul. Here's Ayton, and it's sent back by George. Right side Jackson. Pass to Batum. Pass to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Off the left rim and out. Suns leading by 21. Ball outside over Jackson. Here's Crowder. Makes it off the glass. Crowder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a sneaky veteran move. Crowder finding ways to make his presence felt.
George against Bridges. On the wing, Jackson. Here's Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 16 points for Leonard. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Jackson against Paul. And there's the pass to Bridges. Wide open shot is on the money.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Suns.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and that one is good.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Nobody near George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Paul. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Suns lead by 21.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with Chris Paul. Chris, a very convincing win, and that doesn't happen often in this league. So what do you take from this?
You know, one thing that our coaching staff keeps stressing to us every night is that it's about us. You know, so regardless of score, we got to continue to try to get better because we impose our will on the defensive end. The sky's the limit.
Well, the focus was there tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.